Eclipse. So Eclipse, as you know, that there are a lot of anticipation for the snapshot. Okay, it is most likely to be happening already. Okay, because since they taken this week, so since it's on the weekend, most likely the snapshot have been already taken. And of course, TGE will be in 1 month from now. And of course, checker most likely will be coming in most likely maybe on Monday or probably on the weekend. All right. So yeah, congratulations to once again who have been farming a lot on the liquidity provider, providing LP, and of course for tapping the bull, tap the bull. So I think that will continue to create a lot of hype and of course a lot of anticipation for this drop, because I think grass, the whole idea of Eclipse is to accumulate more grass, okay, in order for you to gain more airdrops of Eclipse. So again, I do not have any high expectation coming in from Eclipse because I know I do not read it actively. And of course, this is more towards the game of wheels. It's more about who can put in more money and fund in more LP in order to gain your reward. So end of the day, it's all about you versus the wheels. It's like David versus Goliath. So I have been to many airdrops like this, and it turns out to be a very disappointed move, especially like Camino, Hustle, or Sanctum, not to forget that. So if you're going to provide liquidity and to make life-changing wealth, prepare for disappointment. So that's my advice, okay, coming in for this kind of drop. And then moving on next, we have Layer 3. So Layer 3 is actually educational platform and of course on-chain traction platform where you can able to build your on-chain data, keeping your wallet active by doing tasks on this website. So finally, they have announced the season 3 claim and can be able to start claiming your drops if you have been participating in season 1, season 2, and then the latest one is season 3. So you might want to go check it out. Claim.year3foundation.org. Again, I think this could be another disappointment drop here again. I think this protocol have been milking the community, okay? And then of course the drop is like, they expect you to claim the drop and then it is vesting for 1 year. It is locked for 1 year. Or if not, you want to claim USDC, you can claim, but again, it is really quite disappointed. The amount of claim is so much less compared to the amount that you win for the cubes. So yeah, again, you have two choices. You want to claim it nil, not for 1 year, or you want to claim instantly, which will reduce your reward heavily. Okay, because again, I think if you look at it, they are actually favoring themselves rather than the community. Okay, why do you need to lock for 1 year? There is no reason here to lock. Okay, or probably you can even provide linear release rather than just lock 1 year. So yeah, another disappointment yet again. So yeah, I think this will be the last that I'm going to interact for Layer 3. Okay, I don't think I'm going to continue anymore, even though it is quite good. The platform itself is very good in terms of building your own chain data and learning on Layer 2 and other projects as well. This is actually quite a good platform. Actually, the drop has been quite disappointing. And then next, we're going to see here coming in from Gomble. So you want to check and you want to claim your token Gomble. Okay, if you are doing this GameFi, you're not going to check it out for your allocation. All right, this is Gomble. And then next, we have My Network. So My Network have already airdrop. So you might want to go and check it out and want to claim your airdrop. So claim period starts on 10th of April and it will last for about 1 month. So you want to really start to check if you have qualified for this My Network. So again, I think a lot of people felt disappointed. Okay, does this airdrop by Binance? All right. So I think again, this kind of drop set for another disappointment. Okay. And yeah, you want to check your wallet, right? You want to check. I think you got to connect your wallet. You can't just paste your wallet. That's the thing. Okay. So yeah, I think this is it for My Network. And then next, we are looking at is Babylon. So I think Babylon have been launched since last year with testnet together with the 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀 and then NFT. Okay, so you might want to check if you have qualified for this airdrop. I think with the NFT itself will qualify you at least 300 Babylon. So 300 times 26 cents will be how much here? Okay, just the NFT alone will give you about close to $80, okay, for this NFT. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think this is the drop. I think it's been quite long already, more than 1 year. Okay, so you might want to check it out if you have got it. So I think another disappointment again, some of them. Okay, then next, you're going to see here coming in from Solayer. So Solayer have also coming up with the second vesting. So you might want to go and claim because their vesting will be ending on 18th of July, which is roughly about 3 months from now. Okay, so you want to go and check it out because the first claim also is still vesting. So they like release every linear. So much share every three months or so. Okay, so you might want to claim it and you want to check it out for Solayer. Okay, so claim if you need to. And no, I'm not sure whether is there any deadline. I don't think there's any deadline, but it seems that vesting ends on 18 July. So yeah, if you want to wait until 18 July, that's up to you. And then next, we're going to see here, last but not least, okay, we have Hyperlane. So Hyperlane, as you know, that most likely the due date will be on the 14th, okay, which is somewhere around we got roughly about 2 or 3 days left to claim it, to actually register your wallet. Okay, because you're going to check it and you're going to confirm. If not, most likely it will be go to waste if you do not register. So make sure you check your wallet first, EVM and of course Solana address. Confirm, then you can register. Okay, so I think this is going to be another biggest move coming from Hyperlane. I think most of us gotten a huge allocation, probably about 5-figure worth of sum in US dollar. So yeah, I think hopefully Hyperlane can be able to deliver, can exceed expectation for the upcoming TGE, which is on the 20th or 22nd. So let's see. Okay, so let's see how this thing is going to play out. So you're going to claim, you're going to check the address, and then you want to, start to register. So claim period starts from 20th to 6th of May. So you're roughly about 2 weeks to claim the tokens. Okay, you have 2 weeks to claim the tokens, and then you're going to go for Whales Market here. So Whales Market, okay, so if we look under the Whales Market, we have Hyperlane as well. So you're able to check Hyperlane pre-market. Okay, you can see here. Okay, it was currently trading somewhere about 70 cents. 70 cents. So the lowest was about, 51 cents. So I'm not really sure how this thing goes because I think they're actually downplaying the price. There's some of them trying to get it cheaper. So that is the current sentiment. You talk about Whales Market, pre-market. Okay, well, most likely, maybe, okay, with the kind of anticipation, I would expect at least the base would be about 80 cents. And then max maybe about 150. Okay, that is my expectation here for Hyper, a realistic expectation. Base case 80 cents, bull max will be like 1.5 for Hyperlane. Okay, so yeah, these are the things, but again, nonetheless, anything can happen in this market sentiment. So yeah, I'm gonna play it safe for now. So, and then to wrap it up, okay, here is some advice for you guys who've been hunting for airdrops. So what is the do and don'ts, and what is the thing that you can able to learn from this person here, Vicky? Okay, so there's some advice here, probably you might want to take note. So there are 2 advice. The first advice we are looking at is what? Always sell 80 to 100% of your airdrops for USD during the bull run. Now, why is that? Why is it so important? Okay, why is that? Because holding USDT or whichever stablecoin, that is a time when you can able to buy. You want to wait for opportunities to buy other tokens. When the price is down like this right now, when this sentiment is bearish, that is your advantage to actually buy. That's where you can able to start, dollar cost average and to actually hit into those coins that you really want to buy. So most token drop in price right after TGE, even in the bull run, right? It's better to secure your profits and save that USD for the bear market. And then the second thing here is that never stake during a bull run, which I totally agree. 150%. I agree with this person. Even I myself also, I not stake. reluctant to stake unless I have no choice that the platform like layer 3, right, have given me only two options. To claim your layer 3 token, but you can only take it after 1 year, or you can take USDT right now, but your reward will be reduced drastically. So that is like no choice, right? So I take the first option, which is, stake for 1 year, no choice. But if given a choice right now, for let's say other airdrops like, let's say 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝘀 coming up right now, do I really want to stake? Absolutely not. Because if you look at the timeline right now, 4th April, this month is already April. How many more months left for the bull market to peak? Even though right now the sentiment is so bearish, you don't know what is the outcome or likelihood that it could continue to run again. Because what most people do is that they tend to get the airdrop because they have never hit a life-changing airdrop amount before with a kind of value of like 5 or 6 figures. So what they do is that they restake back. They stake because why? They're happy. And happy means what? Emotion. People are driven by emotion. So that's the thing. Staking in a bull run is like holding a token and hoping it pumps, but 90% of the token drop after teaching. And during bull runs, they often dump even further. Yeah, which is very, very true. Not every token can even last rally, unlike hyperliquid. So even hyperliquid also now finally find its bottom, which is $9 plus, and then finally just have a short-term reversal back up. Then we have like Celestia as well. Again, nothing goes up for months, right? Nothing goes up on a straight line. Eventually, it will come down. Okay, so that means you're watching your capital string. In addition to this bull run, always have hard corrections like this. And then when your airdrop is losing in value even more. Yeah, so which is very, very true. That's why I always say, rule of time. If you really want to hold, at least sell half, keep half. If you sell half, keep half, at least you don't feel bad. Rather than selling everything. Now, if you sell everything, then the only thing that you lose is that the rally, right? If it goes up even more and then you lose out even more. Okay, so if you sell half, at least you got capital in hand, USDT in hand, and then the remaining still running. So that is my strategy always. So it's smarter to buy and stick during the bear market, which is very true. Buy at a low price, so the price is more likely to go up from there. Right? Your risk to reward, your reward is higher than the risk. You buy at a low, which is very true. Projects don't care how much you stake. It's worth in US dollar, but they care how many tokens you stake. Yeah. Okay, staking 50 Atom bought at $4 or $20, the same as most protocol. So again, project or admins or leaders will take note of you when you are actually staking during the bear market, when they are there during the bear market, not during the good times. So if you provide liquidity, if you stake, okay, if you hold on the token during the bear, that is your advantage. And that's where probably they might give you even additional drops or consider you as an OG. Okay, probably give you a ranking in Discord. Okay, so yeah, I think this is the advice, a very good advice. Okay, no one will teach you this. I'm telling you this from my 4-year crypto and 2-year airdrop experience. Even I've started airdrop since 2023, end of 2023. So it's about 1 year plus for me. I also agreed with him, and it's very true. The moment when you start taking your airdrops, what people do is that they stake immediately, they stake 100%. They're not even bothered to, secure their own capital or even, taking back their own, whatever gas fee that they burn. They're not even bothered to capitalize their capital in the first place. So they stake 100% and eventually it goes down 99%. And even the staking rewards can't even cover that. Okay. So yeah. See this guy also providing some advice, what to do with your walrus, sell everything in this market, reinvest half next swing project. Okay, so yeah, which is very true. Okay, I kind of agree with him, 150%. Okay, because what most people do in airdrop, especially, they are coming in with emotion, especially newcomers, new joiners. Okay, when they have no capital at all, they come in, they do testnet, and then suddenly they got a life-changing wealth from airdrops, like maybe 5-figure or 6-figure, and then what they do, they stake, literally stake the whole thing because they're happy. Okay, and then they have like a full trust between them and the community, right? So what normally people do retail, they just stick and then end up they got nothing in the end. So you have to be very careful. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all I have for this weekend.